We have all hands on deck. We have the best teachers in front of kids this year. Wichita Falls ISD cares about Kirby Middle School. We care about the academic success of these students, of all students, and we have thrown every resource available to make it happen.
As you heard from Wichita Falls ISD Superintendent Dr. Donnie Lee, the academic situation at Kirby Middle School is a big focus this year for the district. Good evening, Texoma. I'm Ashley Fitzwater. After a pause the last 2 years due to COVID, another failing grade this academic year from the state would make 5 in a row for Kirby Middle School. Now, if that happens, it could impact the entire district.
Kirby Middle School is worth saving. We know that if we do not get out in year 5, their academic lives here at Kirby is over, as far as we know it. So this was all hands on deck, a 5-alarm fire. We have to do something now. And what we've tried in years past hasn't worked.
Just like your children's report card, every district and campus in the state of Texas is graded on an A through F scale. It's called an accountability standard, and the Texas Education Agency, or TEA, will take over a district if the grade remains an F after the 5th year. In the spring, students will take STAR tests. As soon as those results come back, the district will know if Kirby Middle School gets that needed passing grade or shows growth. To add to all of this, though, the TEA is also changing its testing standards.
So we don't even know all the intricacies of the testing just yet, and we won't know those until the spring. So it's kind of a shifting field goal post, as you will.
If Kirby does not meet standards, the TEA commissioner has 2 options. The first would be to shut Kirby Middle School down.
If that happens, we have to find some place to put 2/3 of our students, because you can't just put Kirby Middle School in another building and say we moved them.
However, there would be some time to plan.
Let's say Kirby doesn't meet academic progress. You would have 1 year to plan, a calendar year of planning to go, okay, here's where we're going to put these students, here's where we're going to put these staff, so on and so forth. So it isn't like it's shut down, get out.
The second option would be to take over the district by removing the Board of Trustees and putting a Board of Managers in place made up of community members. This would mean all policies, procedures, and even hiring would go through the state. Even being a new superintendent, the state is not giving Dr. Lee any leeway.
I spoke with the commissioner via Zoom and said, hey, can I have a little bit more time? All we're asking for is time. And he declined that and said, so what will happen with me will depend on the conservator that he appoints over the Board of Managers. And so it just depends. My position would be in jeopardy.
Now again, while that testing is done in the spring, Dr. Lee says they just found out last week they will not get the official results back until late August of next year.
So we've got a long ways to wait after they take the test to wonder, what does it look like? We'll just be, on pins and needles.
And while they're not ignoring the possibilities, Superintendent Dr. Lee says that is not their focus. Instead, it's on a plan called Failure is Not an Option.
The only way you can show meaningful growth is by outstanding teaching. That's it. Programs don't work. You can try to program it to death, but at the end of the day, you have to have the best people in front of your most needy and challenging students.
And that is exactly what the district has done. We will have much more on the new teachers in place, the district's all hands on deck approach, and even how community members are now stepping up to help Kirby. It is all coming up in part 2 of The Future of Kirby tomorrow night, right here on News Channel 6 at 10.